the block without the shine, what it took to get here. Stand down hard time, what it took to get here. A lot of pain, a lot of crime, what it took to get here. And I'm all on my mind, just to get here.
Yo, and we back. It's Rayshad Anderson with Catch My Vibe Radio. I got your favorite loctician in the building, Nikki Lewis. Now, please tell me, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you? Happy New Year.
Oh, I appreciate it. Happy New Year's to you as well. Well, we're going to start right off the rip. This passion of yours, this hair, even the building that we in right now is so magnificent.
Thank you.
How did you even get into doing hair and things of that nature?
So, I want to say I had to be like 12. And remember, like, you got sisters?
Yes, ma'am.
The Bratz dolls. The big old head Bratz dolls with the big old star. Yes. That's what started it. I've been doing hair since then. So it started with the Bratz dolls. And then I guess I was doing a good enough job braiding on the Bratz doll that my aunt started. Remember the little ramen noodle latch hook braids? Yeah. So I was always braiding her hair down for it so she could put her braids in. And it just took off from there.
So at 12, you was already doing people hair?
At 12.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I was young.
And then, so where did locks come into play? When did you learn how to start doing that?
Locks actually just, like, snuck up on me. My ex wanted me to start his locks. And then we experimented. And then it was all right, but, they were starters.
Okay.
And then my husband now, he got me back in it because I had stopped doing it and went back to just braiding all the time. So he came into the picture with locks down his back, so I had to figure out how to do it because he's not from around here, so he wasn't finna just let nobody in his head. So he actually got me back in the game.
Okay, now we've seen so many good pictures, great reviews and stuff like that. Now, early on, when you was doing hair, has there ever been a time when you was like, oh my goodness, I don't think I'm really good at doing this hair, or I really messed up on that one right there?
To be honest, in the beginning, like, it still sometimes feel like that because I'm a perfectionist, so I still be feeling like, that's why it's hard for me to post stuff because I do have, like, a lot of pictures in my phone, but I just be like, nah, that hair out of place, I can't post that. So, like, in the beginning, I felt like, it wasn't all that, but everybody was like, okay, so I'm just going to ride this wave. So if you like it, I love it, but... Yeah, I'm definitely a perfectionist when it comes to stuff. So.
I say, with you being a perfectionist, have it ever been a point where you probably thought, like, a client is like, dang, I've been in this chair for so long, but you like you said, I want to cross my T's and dot my I's.
Yeah, nope. In cosmetology school, that was something they told us, like, it's okay to be a perfectionist, but you're not going to get perfection. So you just, do your best, and as long as they satisfied, then...
Okay, now put some more emphasis on that because there's a lot of young ladies that like to do hair and things that like. So how important is cosmetology school?
Cosmetology school is very important if you would like to wash people's hair. You do have to be a licensed cosmetologist to wash people's hair. So that is the main, like, there's other things that go into it, but in the state of Michigan, in order to legally be able to wash someone's hair before doing their service, you need a license. And that was the main reason why I went to school, because I was already doing the braids, doing the locks, and everything. So just in order to be able to legally wash hair without getting in trouble. Was the main reason I went.
Now, that process during school, was there, outside of, locks and stuff like that, was there a hairstyle that you just, like, absolutely loved?
Color. I love doing color, yeah, but everybody's into the locks now. They're not into the colors. So.
Well, I was about to say, what is it about coloring for you to just draws you to it so much?
Just the art, like the yeah.
And I feel like some people don't look at it like that now when you're doing hair. It's a masterpiece when y'all put things together. That's what I always tell everybody. Like, go ahead and just show me your artwork. I don't care about
because that's all it is art. That's all it is.
And what other things outside of washing hair did you like? It stepped up your game from cosmetology school.
The main thing that I learned from cosmetology school was how to deal with people. I'm not going to sit here and act like the cosmetology school I actually went to 3 schools. It took me 3 schools to be able to get my license. And that was because the first 2 closed.
Oh, man.
But cosmetology schools, I'm not going to put no names out there because they might try to sue me.
Yeah.
Cosmetology schools are not made for black people. I'm going to just put that, cosmetology schools are not catered to black people, which is why... I'm trying to do what I can to start an entrepreneurship program, just because, excuse me, it really just taught me how to deal with people, like how to treat people as people and not just money, because that's all the cosmetology schools do. And I knew that's not, that's bad business.
Right. Now, like you said, you learned the business aspect of it and stuff like that, and you noticed that you were getting really good at hair. At what point did you realize, you know what, I do want to turn this into a business?
In 2018, when I was working at the call center at the Commonwealth Building, and I didn't want to work for anybody else because you know I would leave work and then go home and do a bunch of hair anyway. So my husband just told me, you might as well just go ahead. You know, he'll go to work and I'll stay home with the kids and do the hair.
I'm about to say, speak on that. Like, how important is it to? Because like you said, you're married now. How important is it to have that supporting, you know, other person in your life to, you know, help the dream work?
It's definitely, like, it plays a big role because in today's economy, like, there's no way that I would have been able to just, like, if I was still a single mom, just go full time like I did right out the bat. Like, there's no way. It's impossible unless you come from money. There's no way you're gonna be able to just jump out there like that. It's definitely a blessing to have that support because I was able to focus on the business side of things while he maintained home. So
that's good. Now, for the people that would like to know or didn't see it, could you explain how he popped the question to you?
Y'all want to hear our ratchet love story?
Because you know, I'm about to say, because some people, like, they always think it's got to be a very intricate or, you know, all this
and
crazy.
It don't. Like, our relationship is fire. Like, I was pregnant, laying on the little boppy pillow that your belly cut out in. Yeah, laying on the floor. Christmas, he just came in because we had already been talking about it. Like, it was just a conversation because, you know, we old and that Instagram life, that stuff is not real. So he just came up and said, you know, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay. Will you marry me? That was it. Simple. I was laying on the floor looking ugly, scarf hanging off my head. Like, it was real. You go. All the way down on the floor because I was laying down.
Okay, now one thing, one of my teachers had told me a long time ago, did he pick out the ring? I mean, did he let you pick out the ring and then surprise you with it, or did he just come up with something that you thought you would like and then gave you the ring?
To be honest, I'm not a jewelry person like this. These little couple of things I got on right now is I ain't put this on probably in about 6 months. So he actually didn't because I told him I didn't want a ring. So he didn't even, you know, he didn't have a ring.
Okay. Now, the other thing at home that I love that you do, like, most of your kids have locks. You see what I'm saying? And now, what was that process with them? Like, was it a struggle because it's your kids, or or they were just cool, calm, relaxed, like, all right, this mom doing my hair?
Yeah, my kids are bougie. My youngest, he forces me to do his hair. Like, I'm on his schedule at this point. So they just used to it. Yeah.
So it ain't like, oh yeah, mom got to go do some hair today. No. Hey.
That's my youngest. Oh. The oldest two, they don't care. If my middle son, if he could, he would go around just looking crazy all the time, but he don't want me to cut his hair, so he gonna get it done.
Now, last year around this time, you had posted a picture I seen not too long ago in a shop. It didn't look as big as this one right here, so please describe the growth from where you were at last year to where we are now.
Oh yeah, shout out to Keonda Parker. Thank you for the opportunity to come and work with you. She was the first one to give me a spot in her salon until I was able to grow and branch out on my own. And I do just want to say, you know, I appreciate that there's no, you know, because sometimes, you know, when you grow, people can, you know, feel some kind of way and then they, you know, it turn into beef. Like, there's none of that with her. So, like, I truly appreciate that.
Okay, now, for the other ladies that are in this room as well, please explain the importance of building your clientele up.
Absolutely. Like, I wish they could have been here today, but, you know, life happens.
Yeah.
So, it's very important. That's how you go, you know, make your money. But you just got to put yourself out there. You work for it. Because the money is out there. You just got to go get it. So. And
then another thing, like you said, you learned at a young age how to do hairstyles and stuff like that. So how important is it to be very versatile in the hair realm? Like, because obviously we don't know you. I mean, we know you for locks and stuff like that, but you're way more capable than just doing that thing. So how important is it not to just put yourself in one box when it comes to doing hair?
To be honest, when it comes to doing hair, it's actually better to put yourself in one box. It's actually better, like, because I can do so much and I do have that versatility. Like, it was harder for me to just, like, I got bullied into doing locks. Like, I'm not gonna complain now, but cause, you know, I do love it. But that's not what I was doing. I was a braider and wanted to do color, but My lock clientele. That's where I make my most money. But as far as the versatility and being a hairstylist, because you want to be able to perfect your craft. If people see you doing all these other different things, they're not gonna think you good at doing the one thing. So like if you really put yourself out there for being the one, you'll build a better clientele quicker that way.
And recently, like you said, one of your stylists, you kind of like taught them how to do locks as well. So explain that process to us as well, because for me, I feel like that's a very intricate skill. Like you really got to be real patient with the person to teach that. But for the viewers
so
out
the
there,
process of teaching her, you want to know,
or just the whole thing, just from, I guess, because I don't know if she had to learn from scratch.
Yes.
Okay. So explain that process right there.
Yeah. So the class consisted of, like, we just did a little PowerPoint. It was supposed to be like a group class, but then when I low-key canceled it because we was having some plumbing issues, and I just didn't, announce that I was canceling. But she was determined to come in and still learn, so I just started offering it as a one-on-one class. But it's just like a PowerPoint. We go over the basics, sanitation, like the terminology and how to do a consultation. And then we actually just get hands-on. And then so I guess that one-on-one was a lot better than having a group, because she got that dedicated time to just her. So, and it was just a 5-hour class.
I got you.
Yeah, I almost said something else, but I'm not going to.
I got you. Now, everybody sees the great side of the business. There's always pros and cons to it. So what would you highlight for the pros, and what would you highlight for the cons of running the business of this nature?
The pros is definitely being able to create my own schedule, being able to move when I want to move. I'm not on nobody's time besides, my clients, but I can, I determine when I want to deal with people. But
right.
The cons is all the behind the scenes stuff. Like when you actually legitimately start a business, like there's a lot that goes into it. Like I did go to school for 3 years before I just dropped it. 3 years of college and no degree, but
it's okay.
It still paid off.
Yeah.
But like that business class that I took, like all of the classes that I took in college actually helped me get to where I am. Like even though I don't have a degree, it still paid off. Like because I changed my major a few times. I started wanting to do teaching, so now I'm teaching hair classes.
Right.
And then I changed it to computer science. That bored me because it actually scared me.
There's a lot going on tonight.
Yeah. Okay. So you feel where I'm
lot.
coming from. But we had to do a web design class, so that I did my own website, all my marketing and stuff like that. That helped with that, so I don't have to outsource that. I can do it myself. And then the business side of things, how to start a business, how to manage a business, how to track your money, and tax stuff. So
I'm about to say, I know a lot of people would say that they they hate the whole tax side of it.
It's the worst.
That's what everybody says that has their business. There's like once you figure out the taxes and how much you really making and stuff like that, you be really want to go fight Uncle Sam yourself.
Yeah, I have a good accountant though now. Like that finally done got to a point to where I had to outsource that. Like in the beginning, I was able to do it myself, but now I do have an accountant that I work with that handles it for me. So it definitely took a lot of stress off of me.
I was about to ask you, what made you really want to go get an accountant?
Talking to Ashley Caldwell. So like because we was talking about the whole the stress side of taxes and all that, and she recommended her to me, and then one phone call talking to the lady, and it just take my money. Take my money. So yeah.
I got you now. Well, I love the design of this whole place. Like,
thank you.
Now where was when you first got the building? What was your grand idea for what this place should look like?
Well, this was actually already a salon before I got in here. So, and my colors are purple, gold, and white, and the black. So I just wanted, those are my favorite colors.
I was about to say
just royalty. But I didn't want it to be like too much because I do have a lot of male clientele, so I didn't want to make it all girly.
Okay, I got you.
A man want to come sit in the pink shop, or But yeah, just trying to balance it out, make it look nice, relaxing.
Now, for the people that want to try to get into this lock room and stuff like that, please, can you stress the importance of taking care of your hair?
Absolutely. Like, my clients know I be on it. Like, locks is not just it can be if you want it to be like a no maintenance style, but scalp health is what's gonna get the longevity of the locks, because you see them people in mainstream TV, Lil Wayne, hair just falling apart. Like, you have to take care of your scalp in order for your hair to flourish. Like, even if you're doing the free forms, you still want to wash your hair regularly, You still want to oil your scalp so you ain't dry and just breaking off. Like, yeah, take care of your scalp.
Okay. Now, where we seeing the business is flourishing, you getting more stylists in here. What should we expect to see from you from here on out?
Well, I am still looking for more stylists. There are 4 available chairs left. A licensed stylist for sure, but I do have space for people that just want to do locks or just braids, but they cannot wash hair until they are licensed.
Right.
Yeah. What was the question though?
What else can we see from this place? And
more
yourself?
classes. I'm getting ready to start doing more classes. I am trying, like I said, looking into the apprenticeship program. So if people do want to get their license without going to school, because I know the struggle of cosmetology school, that's something that I'm working on. Just good vibes.
All right. Definitely. Now, where's a good place people can hit you up or contact you if they want to get your services?
www.nickysbeautifulblessings.com. There's that's my website. The other 2 stylists are on there. All of our social media, you can find it on there. Facebook. I'm trying to get my Instagram life together. Facebook is where my people is at. So
I got you. Well, I appreciate you taking the time for us, come and set up in your shop, taking the time out to sit down with us and do this interview. And I know for myself and the rest of the C.M.V family, we wish you nothing but success and health for you, the business, and all your stylists. And once again, I appreciate the time taking out your day to come sit down with us.
Thanks.
All right. And we're going to catch y'all next time, man. Catch my vibe.